Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Connected by Community, brought to you by Ballantine Capital Advisors. I'm one of your hosts, Anthony Colancheco. With me is Ann Thompson, and we have two special guests, Courtney and Jennifer, volunteers at the Ronald McDonald House.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
So we're going to jump in, and if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about you personally and professionally.
Okay. Sure. I'm Jennifer Reilly with Southern Way Catering. We're one of the sponsors this year, but I've been in Greenville for about 13 years now. I have a husband and two little beautiful children and a little dog named Buffalo.
So what brought you to this podcast this morning?
Yeah, absolutely. So being as one of the sponsors and also on the board for the Red Shoe Society, we want to definitely talk about our event and how successful it's going to be this year, and just happy to be here.
Red Shoe Society is part of the Ronald McDonald
Yes.
House of Charities, which there's a Ronald McDonald House here in Greenville.
That's correct.
That is an awesome service and what they do with the community and even those outside of our community. So Courtney, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, Courtney Cromer. I'm a technical account manager for Mergon, and we are blow molders in the automotive, industrial, and healthcare industry. A little different. And so whenever I like to talk about it, it's a different perspective, I guess. So I am in sales. Been with the company for 4 years, been in the automotive industry here in South Carolina for about 10 now. At home, I don't have children, but I claim my dog, a black golden doodle, Jack Cromer, he goes by, and a wonderful husband, Justin. So really enjoyed my time with the Ronald McDonald House so far. I've been a part of the board now for about a year and a half. Actually went to one of the events, the Plane Pool, and my father-in-law's company was actually a sponsor at the event. Really enjoyed watching, observing what they were doing, and really the overall cause.
Yeah.
And so got engaged and have been on the board since, and really have enjoyed my time so far.
Fantastic. Jennifer, what brought you to Ronald McDonald House Charities and the Red Shoe Society and all those good things that they're doing?
I started out as a volunteer about 7 years ago when I was in junior league. That was my placement for the year. So a group of us, every month we would get together and cook for the families in the house. There's different ways to get, to volunteer and everything. So looking forward to this year, introducing that to my children. They do a cookie day, so you can make cookies, and they have cookies for all the people that stay there for every day.
Great. I know. I want to do the cookie day.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing. I just need to find the time and extra hands to help me do that cookie day.
Yes.
Well, I think the biggest thing, too, just to kind of piggyback off Cookie Day specifically, is there's a lot of opportunities for, local businesses. You don't just have to be a sponsor of the Royale or any other events that we have going on. You can come in. So whether it be you as an individual or even your company. So I think that's one thing that we want to get out there more, that there are opportunities for individuals and businesses to get involved.
Oh, that's a
Team building.
yeah, that's a great thought. Team building.
Team building.
Anthony.
And cookies. All the
And
good things.
cookies. All right, so tell us about this spring event that's coming up for Ronald McDonald House.
Sure. It's going to be April 19th, downtown at Zen. Doors open at 7 o'clock, and we're going to have casino games. You get tickets to play at the different games like blackjack. Let's see.
There's multiple. So
Yeah.
I guess the biggest thing we like to say is if you love Vegas,
Yeah.
you'll love this event. So make sure you're there.
Bringing Vegas to Greenville.
Roulette, I mean, everything you can imagine that's slot machines, whatever that looks like in Vegas, we're going to have at our event.
You're going to have slot machines?
Well, no, we're not. I'm sorry. So, preface, I said slot machines, so not slot machines,
Yeah.
but you
The
can play
tables.
blackjack.
Oh,
Do
there you
like
go.
blackjack?
I like blackjack.
I'm okay at it, but we'll see.
I just need to count to 21.
That's all. That's right. That's all you need. That's all you need.
So the name of the event is the Royale.
Royale.
Yes.
Okay.
James
And
Bond theme.
it's a James Bond thing. So when I think of James Bond, I think of black tie. So it's going to be a black tie event.
Yes, black tie. So, gentlemen, come in your best dress from a black tie perspective, and ladies, anything sparkle.
Yeah.
Especially last year. So now we've got to figure out how do we top our
I don't know.
outfits last year.
I had a
'Cause we
bow
did
tie
pretty
on
good.
last year.
You
so-
did.
Yeah.
You did.
Top
Okay.
guys.
Okay, bow ties are very much welcomed.
Yeah.
So
Very
from an
cool.
attire standpoint.
But you don't have to come in a tux,
No.
right?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. or sparkles, but they're welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Encouraged.
Encouraged. Sparkles are encouraged. Well, good. So this is the 2024 Royale. You said April 19th?
April 19th,
Yes.
April
7 o'clock.
19th at Zen,
Yes.
which is downtown.
Downtown.
And this is a larger place than you had last year, right? So
Yes.
it's a growing
It's growing, for
event.
sure.
So
Yes.
big Greenville event. If you're the who's who, you come
gotta be
to
there.
the Royale, which is the spring event for Ronald McDonald House. That's awesome. James Bond martinis.
Yes, martinis, shaken, not stirred. But I think the biggest thing, too, to kind of talk through, obviously, is the opportunities for businesses. Obviously, you're going to enjoy the phenomenal catering, as we mentioned, the drinks, martinis.
Yeah.
But I think even bigger than that, it's the networking opportunities that you have amongst other businesses. I mean, yourself, I'm sure you met multiple people
Yes.
when you attended. I know that for me, being in sales, I had opportunities to speak with individuals that I might not have the opportunity to speak with. So I
Right.
think even further than that, yes, it's a great event, dressed well and enjoying dinner and obviously wonderful drinks, but a great networking opportunity too.
So sponsorships, can companies sponsor?
Yes, so we have available sponsors actually. Currently, we have a high roller sponsorship, which is the highest tier that we're looking to fill. That sponsorship level is $8,000, and there's multiple different benefits from that. There's specific event tickets, so 20 event tickets with that, with 2 tables, so you physically will have your own location inside Zen to have
Great.
dinner and sit with your colleagues, or if you bring spouses, whatever that looks like. And so that current high roller slot is available. In addition, we have 3 other tiers, which are the jackpot, royal flush, and then ace. As you can tell, the names go with the theme.
There you go.
And there's different levels, obviously, that you can pay, and then different ticket quantities with each sponsorship level.
Great, great. So if you just want to attend,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about how you find out about attending the event just as an individual or a couple or a bunch of women friends that all want to
Yeah.
go out and have a good time and dress up.
Definitely. So specifically on individual tickets, you can actually go to the Ronald McDonald House of the Carolina website,
Okay.
go to events, and then you'll see the Royale listed. Under there, if you purchase your ticket prior to March 22nd, there is an early bird special.
Okay.
Now, couples, obviously, cheaper.
Yeah.
So $120 for a couple up until the March 22nd date. And then for an individual, it is $65. So if you do not have a guest to come with you, seek out a friend, a
Yeah.
girlfriend, whatever that looks like, and then get a cheaper price on the couple.
Okay.
And the funds that you're raising, where's that go?
So it goes back to the Ronald McDonald House, specific, I guess, to really all of the children. I mean, if you sit there and look into the mission, I know that throughout my childhood, specifically, when I would go through the drive-through at the Ronald McDonald or McDonald's, right, I would see the container and wonder, like, what is that? I remember asking my mother specifically questions about it. And now to kind of be a part of it, you see the impact from a children's perspective, how you impact a child in times of need. I mean, some of the things that these families encounter and go through. And then they have that support where they don't have to think about lodging,
Yeah.
food.
Keeping the families together during
Exactly.
during
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time. for sure.
Exactly. And I think that specifically you, I mean, you've had so much experience with the catering. And even you think from that standpoint, like on a daily basis, in a lot of ways, I know I do, and probably all of us take for granted, like just food, right?
Right.
It's a simple, just a meal, a warm meal
Definitely.
that you don't have to, pay for, worry about. You're exhausted. You've been at the hospital all day,
Yep.
and not to have to worry about that coming back to the house is really special for them.
We know Ronald McDonald makes a huge impact.
They do.
What kind of impact has it made for you guys?
Absolutely. Just seeing, putting yourself in those family situations and seeing what they're going through, being a volunteer and cooking for them. Weekly, we would do once a week for the 3 months I was there. And seeing that those families, when you don't see them next week, you're happy because you know that they got discharged. So
Right.
just seeing that the growth of their families and keep them together and just actually the community that they all and a support system, eating dinners together, they're like, how is, Johnny today and how is, Susie today, and just kind of seeing those moms and those families like interact and just kind of have support was really special to watch.
Definitely. So I think my interaction thus far has been a little bit of a different perspective. Obviously, I haven't served food all of these years, but I think that raising the funds and then having the ability, I've not personally encountered, but my husband actually knows some individuals that have utilized the services of the Ronald McDonald House. And then my sister, when I was really young, she was premature. One thing I think about is where she was born in Missouri, they didn't have a Ronald McDonald House. And I think about the times the financial burden it was on my mother because she was so premature,
Right,
and we
right.
didn't have those things. And I think about now that I see that that's here, and I think back to those difficult times, even though I was very young, and think about how that could have impacted my family, and
Right.
then too how it impacts individuals locally.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great service. It's a beautiful facility that
It
they
is.
have there. It's growing, and you know, it grows so it can serve more people and in our community and outside. I've known a lot of international families that have come and had treatment
Sure.
there at the Shriners Hospital or at the Children's Cancer Centers, and that they don't have those facilities in their country, so they come here
Right.
for or out of state. I know there's only a few Shriners hospitals, which is Children's Orthopedic Hospital, available in our nation. So Greenville's a hub for that. So having that availability and not having, if a child needs care for a month, a few weeks, or 2 months, you know, the cost of hotel rooms for the parents is just huge. So
It is.
having that Ronald McDonald facility there here in Greenville to service those in need is just awesome. So tell us about, now the Royale's coming up, but tell us about ongoing volunteer things that individuals, small businesses, big businesses
Sure.
can do to help out.
Sure, absolutely. So there's a few, we have the Pop the Tab, where, the little tabs from the soda cans, like we
Yeah,
collect
yeah.
those. So there's a huge bucket outside the house that you can drop those off, and then they turn that into bracelets that they then fundraise for. Also being a, guest chef at the house. You can also volunteer at different events. We're always looking for volunteers to kind of help, code check, do sign in. So there's lots that we talked about, the cookies.
The cookies,
Yes.
yeah, we
That's a
just
big
talked about
one.
that.
Yep,
We talked
so-
about that before the show started.
What else am I missing?
Well, I think a few other things too that I think about, and specifically your company actually participated in. So there was a toy drive that
Yes.
Anna sponsored. And so you think about during Christmas or out throughout the year, if you don't have other opportunities that your business can do, the Ronald McDonald House can get engaged, and you can get engaged with them.
Right.
But then even further, every month there is a list of needs, whether that be from toilet paper to paper towels to the basic necessities
Right.
within the house. And you can actually call and request, and we actually post on the website as well to pull that list. So maybe that month you have like a giving opportunity as a company to do that, but even on an individual basis. Let's say you go to Costco,
Yeah.
and I know paper towels are a lot cheaper there. Hey, grab 2 packs instead of one.
Yeah.
If that need is that month, then you can drop it by the house as well.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Even businesses in the community doing kind of like Christmas in July and
Yeah.
pulling down that list and
Yeah.
and trying to fulfill some of those needs. That would not just Christmas at Christmas time, but Christmas
All year round.
at other times of the
That's right.
year as
That's
well.
right.
So volunteering those things.
But other events that you're
Yes.
having, right? You have the Royale. You talked about the Christmas, the drive that we participated in, but you also do a plane pull and
Yes.
some other events.
So specifically for the Red Shoe Society, which is the young professionals version, right, through the Ronald McDonald House, we have 2 events per year. The Royale, which we mentioned, again, April 19th at 7 p.m. But then also we have the plane pull, which will be this fall. So you have an opportunity to physically pull a plane, right? And then raise money and funds, and you can be sponsors of that on a business or individual level if you like to pull a plane too. Some other events, though, specific to the Ronald McDonald House outside of the Red Shoe Society, they have a golf classic. So if you like to play golf, or if you just like to drive a golf cart, potentially be the beverage.
I'll go.
Yeah, right. That's me. I'm the beverage lady. April 24th, there is the golf classic that you can actually sign up for. And then there are 2 other events that they have, the Lights of Love, which will also be closer to Christmas. Last year it was in November. And then the Hearts and Hands Gala, which will also be in November. And those are events specific that are ran by the house, but then the Red Shoe Society obviously does 2 of those that we've mentioned.
Okay. So the Red Shoe Society, what makes you, how do you become a member of the Red Shoe Society?
Yes. So obviously we have a board. So the board that's present, we take anyone who really has interest or desire to kind of be a part of the Red Shoe Society. So typically what we'll do is we have contacts that are listed on our website, not only under events on the Ronald McDonald House link, there's also the Red Shoe Society, and there is contact information. So it's interesting and kind of funny how we've all blended together, whether it be someone that I've known through actually my husband's company, Whitney, who's over social media, and then kind of even Anna getting involved and kind of blending
Right.
in yourself and Nicole. It's really been like a word of mouth in the aspect of you're interested, but then even individuals who have a desire to help the house, we've kind of been able to get them engaged. So really, if you're interested, you can go on our website or contact us specifically, and then we can get you to work. We've got plenty of things to do.
There's always work to do.
Right?
All right, so great opportunities within that volunteer world that you guys are doing some good work. What is the website? Is it like Ronald McDonald House Charities, or is it abbreviated at all?
It's RMH Carolinas.
RMH Carolinas.
Yes.
.com, right? Okay, so outside of Greenville, like in the South Carolina area, are there other Ronald McDonald houses?
Not specific in South Carolina. This is for the Carolinas, for South Carolina and North Carolina.
Okay.
So there are not outside. Now, other locations I'm not quite sure of, but it is the Ronald McDonald House of the Carolinas.
Okay, okay, great. Well, thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, how can website
Yes.
Ronald
Ronald McDonald.
RMH Carolinas
Yes.
.com. Social media, Instagram,
Yes, social media.
Facebook. You guys are all
LinkedIn
over
as well.
LinkedIn.
Specifically with the Red Shoe. So our social media team has done a really good job. We have Facebook, obviously LinkedIn, Instagram as well. There's opportunities to obviously see updates. We talked about, different early bird specials, etc. For specific events, but then even further for the Ronald McDonald House as well, they have the same.
Okay.
Links.
You guys are you're still looking for some sponsors for the
Yes.
event. So,
Yes.
anywhere from, can you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we have anywhere from high roller level, which is our $8,000 slot. There's one available. So you are the main high roller in the entire event. Think about the tip top. What is the room in Vegas? I guess, high rollers room, right? Only the people who spend the big money, right? So that slot is available. And then obviously there's tickets that correlate with that, and then play money to then play all of your money, and then you can add even more, right, later. And then we have a jackpot level, Royal Flush, and Ace. The jackpot is $5,000, Royal Flush $2,500, and then Ace $1,000. And those we can have as many as we'd like. We have a good bit of sponsors that have already committed at some of the lower levels, but we're looking to fill some of those higher levels.
Great. And individuals can come
Yes.
individually.
Yep.
When do ticket sales stop? Is there kind of like a max, or, day of, will they be selling tickets at the door?
So right now, what the plan is, obviously we have an allotment or a number, that we would hit where we would be like max capacity.
Right.
However, as long as we have available tickets, they will be available at the door. Now, if we were to fill those tickets sooner or prior, then obviously we would have some cutoffs.
Okay.
But yes, so potentially, some people, have to pay a little bit more than I'd of. They hear open bar, martinis and gambling, and for a good cause.
music.
right?
Music,
Yeah.
black
Right?
tie,
Yeah, all of
dressing
it.
up. Yeah.
They're leaving their other reservation behind and coming to see us.
Well, fantastic. Well, food is there
Yes.
food served at
Southern
the?
catering. Yeah, we'll have some pass hors d'oeuvres and stations, carving stations, action stations. So really good yummy food to come.
All right, so good food, good drinks, opportunity to dress up and mingle with the high rollers
High
of
rollers.
Greenville,
And great
right?
cause.
And a great cause, the
Yes.
Ronald McDonald House
Most
Charities.
important.
Thank you both for joining
Yes,
us.
thank
Thank you for
you.
having us.
We do have a signature question.
Yep.
What makes you tick?
What makes you tick? Oh, my little kiddos. That's what gets me going. That's for sure. Whether I like it or not, I don't have a choice. 6:30, that alarm goes,
Right.
and we're going. So, but no.
How many kids?
2, an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, boy
Fun
and girl.
ages.
Carter and Bryce. hmm
All right, for me, I'd say what makes me tick. I guess I'm very motivated. I have a lot of drive. I don't have the children yet that physically make me start going every morning, but just have a desire to obviously help in the community and then grow and develop, specifically work. If my boss was here talking about it, he would definitely say sales, right? That's what I
Yes,
learned, sales
yes.
in the automotive industry with Mergon, and really driven to succeed. And then I think even in this case, right, just to help the house be successful. So I'd say drive, ambition, and money.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you, Courtney and Jennifer.
Thank you.
We
you.
appreciate your time today and supporting Ronald McDonald House
appreciate you.
and all the good stuff that is happening with that organization.
And thank you all for listening to another episode of Connected by Community, brought to you by Ballantyne Capital Advisors. Go out and support the Ronald McDonald House. We do support them around Christmas time. We always are looking for gifts for the children. So go out and make our community great. Thank you.